Hi, Frida. Hi.
So, first question is, can you introduce yourself to us real quick? Who are you?
So, my name is Suur. In this context, I am a resin artist and a flower preservation artist.
Before resin, who's Suur or who was Suur?
Before resin, I don't use the word before because I feel like I've been doing the same things just in different seasons. So let me say outside resin, yes. Suur is a creative in every form of the word. I am also an architect on some days because I just like the idea of creating something out of nothing.
I want to be very interesting.
Yes, I am.
Was that in any way showing your artwork or who you really are as an artist or creative?
So, the first time I kind of understood my creativity in that sense was we're having a prayer meeting and that's where I felt so some people know me as creators creative. That's
a nice
vibe. Yeah, thank you. Some people know me as the creators creative and that name came from there. It was in a season of I knew that I wanted to be creative, but all I knew about creativity at the time was in a corporate sense, architecture. So the word came to me, you are the creator's creative. God is able to create and he created you in his image, so you are also able to create. And I've come to see that everything I create now comes from the fact that I'm created in God's image.
Why resin? Why not paint? Why not sculpture? Why not something safer or less, something well known?
So before resin, Abeda has always been. Before resin, I used to knit, I used to bead, I used to crochet. I also used to do Ankara work. And I don't know, for some reason, they just never stuck. So there was this day when I think it was in 2018 or 2019, and I was just scrolling on Instagram, and I just saw resin pop up on my page, and I kept seeing it over and over for like a week or so, just randomly. I never even knew what resin was. So I took my pocket money for that month, went to AliExpress, and I got a resin starter kit, and I just started making.
Did you know this would turn into something serious? Because you did mention that before resin, Abeda was. So was this just another thing you were exploring at the time?
To be honest, yes. Like I said, I had tried a number of things. I was just looking for how to express my creativity, honestly. I did beading, I did crocheting, I did knitting, I did Ankara. They didn't really stick. I thought, maybe just resin is another way to, express my creativity. And then I got the kit. I didn't exactly plan to turn it into a business. It was just a way for me to pour out. And here we are now.
What was the very first resin piece you ever made?
So, into context, the resin kits I ordered had UV resin, some colorants, and they didn't come in any molds. The mold was supposed to come in a different order. And my friend, I had told like two of my friends that I want to get a resin starter kit just to, play around with it. I showed them some of the Instagram videos and that. So when my UV resin came, one of my friends was like, I want to get a key holder for my friend's birthday. And I'm like, okay, but I don't have any molds yet. I don't even know what I'm doing. So don't worry, I trust you, you can do it. Heavy words. I was so scared. So we had to look for a makeshift mold. We found the cover of cotton swabs. We found the cover of one of them, and then we picked UV resin, we picked the colorant and the UV dryer, mixed everything and put it into the cotton swab container. Mind you, we had no idea if it was going to set and if it was going to come out of the cotton side the way it come out of the mold. We just said, let's test our luck, let's try it, and we tried it. I cannot forget because the alphabet I also got had not come. Like none of the designs I wanted to use for anything had come, and she wanted to write the letter M because that was her friend's name. So we had to use paint. As an architecture student, you have some of these things at on hand. We had to use paint to just scatteredly write letter M on it. And that was the first ever resin piece that I made.
So your first piece till now, how long has it been?
But it's been 7 years of being a business. So yes, 7 years.
Interesting. What was the hardest phase of that journey that nobody saw?
When I first started, because resin became a thing, I think after I had been doing resin for like 3 or 4 years. When I started resin, there was nobody else, at least in Nigeria, that I knew of at least doing resin. I mean, I don't know if there was anybody that was just in another phase or other side of Nigeria also going through the same phase as me, but at that time, every resin artist that I saw, I knew of on Instagram was abroad. Even materials too were all abroad. So that beginning phase of starting something new, trying to convince people about something new, even getting the materials for something new, I believe that was the hardest phase, because as soon as I cleared that, every other thing that came afterwards was kind of like mental and self-imposed.
7 years, I could call you what a veteran, right? Or an expert at this game. So, do you remember your very first mistake and what you could have done better?
My very first mistake in resin art was buying resin without confirming it first. So I got resin from someone on GG, because originally I used to order from this place in the UK, Just For You online actually. Imagine the delivery fee. So I had to stop. I had to find someone local. So I ordered from GG, and I did not understand the person's resin. And me going into things, boldly, instead of thinking that, let us do a test mixture first. See, when you test with your hair and when you do relaxer or your skincare, you test on a part of your body first. I mixed in bulk and mixed the wrong ratio. And this was about like a 1 kg bottle. So I mixed half of it and mixed in the wrong ratio. I started seeing things, I started seeing bubbles, I started seeing smoke. So pretty much I wasted like half of that entire bottle. I sat down, I cried, then I went back. But yeah, I guess the lesson from that story is test first, don't always run into things.
What's the most controversial or challenging piece you've ever made?
I think the first time I made a full resin preservation, my God. So before that, I had made like 2 or 3 shadow boxes. Then someone reached out to me that, she would like, a friend actually, she would like to preserve her wedding flowers. And I'm like, okay, all right, let's do the shadow box. She said, no, I want to do full resin pieces. And I'm just like, okay, this is very interesting because I've never done that. I trust in you, I believe you can do it. And I'm like, okay. I take a very deep breath, and then I get her flowers. I start the preservation process. And to Jesus be the glory. I did not mess her flowers up.
I think that leads me to my next question. What's the most exciting thing about being a resin artist? What's the best thing about being you?
I want to answer those separately. The most exciting thing is when I have anxiety about a piece and then it comes out looking perfect. I feel this majorly with flower preservations, especially because of our climate in Nigeria. Drying flowers during the rainy season is one of the most daunting things to do, because you're trying to take out moisture from flowers, but moisture in the air is adding to the moisture in the flowers, and if you're not fast enough, the flowers can rot. And that is somebody's memories. Like whenever I get flowers to preserve, I see them as somebody's memories. I don't want to taint or ruin somebody's memories. I want to do it in such a way that when you look at your piece, you're still feeling the emotions you felt when you got them, and I want you to have that feeling in your life. So it's a very anxiety-inducing feeling. But when I finish the piece and I see how it comes and then I get the person's feedback, it's just this high I get, and I'm just very happy about it. But the best thing about being a resin artist is the fact that I get to make my own jewelry. It's like I think of something and then I find a way to make it.